She is a daughter, sister, and mother. Then why always she suffer? Why we differentiate between he and she? God didn't. Then why do we? This is disappointing everyone, not only to me. To girls, we have to give support, give education to them as it works as passport. Nowadays, girls are competing in every field, in army, in airlines, and in court. And that's the reason Khwab Zindagi Ke has rendezvous with strong, powerful women who have carved a niche for themselves to discuss awareness about women empowerment, which is indeed need of the hour. Good evening and namaskar to all my spectacular and sterling audience. I'm your host for the evening, Dr. Shelly Bisht, an international speaker and host. And without any further ado, I roll out a red carpet welcome to our distinguished guest speaker, Dr. Rena Khatri Tandon. Dr. Rena Khatri Tandon is a CEO, Right to Rise, an RKT Foundation ISO certified posh POXCO organization, training, compliance, and auditing. She has done her PhD from Brazil University. She is the National Secretary for Women and Child Development Council, Government of India. She is Posh POXCO specialist and human rights expert from Harvard EDX, Government of India accredited cybersecurity inspector, Thrive Global 100 mentors, certified human rights and child rights and safety practices, ADX Harvard USA. She's also in UN Rex Karmveer Global Fellowship Awardee 2019-20. She is also the World Women's Summit 2020 Global Ambassador for Sustainable SDGs, UN Goals for Gender Equality, Inclusiveness, and UN Chartered Human Rights. Along with all these laurels to her cap, she is also an international mentor, speaker, and thought leader with 23 years of experience. Wow. It deserves a big applause and appreciation from all of us. When the profile is so impressive, imagine the insights we shall be getting from such a versatile, amazing personality today. It gives me an immense pleasure and pride to welcome Dr. Rena Khatri Tandon, who spared time from her busiest schedule to grace our platform. Today, we have an opportunity to hear her thoughts, and this will surely be going to encourage us in our future endeavors. So welcome Dr. Rena Khatri Tandon ma'am on Khwab Zindagi Ke platform. We are really honored for having accepted our invite. Now, before we proceed further with our program, I just need to ask a very simple question, which I'm sure our audience are waiting to listen from you. How did you reach your level of success given the sector's gender gap, especially among leadership?
Thank you, Shelly ma'am. I think that was beautiful and a very, very wonderful introduction by you. I was just thinking, is it about me or somebody else?
Of course, ma'am.
For a moment, I was really relishing the way you were explaining. So I got lost in the thoughts. So I would request you if you can repeat the question for me.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. Because that is, I think, the most important question our audience are seeking for. How did you reach your level of success given the sector's gender gap, especially among leadership?
Right. So let's take it one bit at a time. How did I actually reach my success?
Yeah.
So success is nothing but taking one step at a time, making the right choices and the right decisions, and thinking about nothing less, not about an outcome, but just going ahead and saying, I'm going to make it no matter what come may. Okay, so that is success to me. I know that's a very different definition, but that's the definition I keep on moving on with a learning experience that everybody who comes in your journey is meant to be for a purpose. The journey has been very interesting. Why gender gap and why gender sensitization and why into posh and POXO? So when I started my study, of course, I didn't really know that I'm going to get into this field. I was only into the technical. I've always been an IT person, so I have done my postgrads in IT into VLSI chip design engineering, post which when I got into this space of what can I give to the world and how do I add value? Yes, you call it in very different words like creating impact, transforming lives, designing people's lives, touching them, empowering them. You can call them many different ways. But I'm looking at only telling you one aspect is you mattering in people's life and they feeling that you've done something for them. And before the call, we were just discussing that there has been few people who have come up to you and said that without an expectation, they know that I have gone and done something very genuinely, not once, not twice, but umpteen number of times. And this has been time and again. And it feels such a wonderful feeling that even if the person is not connected, he still feels that you are a blessing to him in disguise, because where he is standing now as a pedestal that you call of success. And success is nothing but if you've made a little movement from the 0 to 1 or 0 to 10, and if you've reached where you really aimed at. And let me tell you, you will never be happy about wherever you are. You'll always want to reach more and more and more and more. So success is a very, very you can tell a very mirageful term, a term that has been very biased, very mythful, because it's not like you always reach it. It's like you reach it and you have another pedestal where you see that success. Again, when you reach that, you say, okay, I need some more, and you move ahead, and then more and more. So success is something that you can never achieve, I say, but enabling lives, empowering lives, growing in people's life, and creating a movement in your life that you have been constantly working, learning, enabling, and touching. Also, progressive growth is called success to me. Otherwise, I think, like I said, success is not one forthcoming thing. So, with this man as well, we've been seeing that he's been successful, and if he feels that I have done that great enabling self, that itself is a more than a trophy for me. Why gender and why am I here? So when I started my training journey and also being one of breakthrough coaching, uh, continuing that process of counseling, teaching, training, empowering, I came across one of the times when I trained, and I found people coming back to me and telling me, I need, or I seek help and support in this area. And somewhere I thought that maybe I should learn more. Of course, there were various mentors across, and they said that, we see you in this area zone where you can create an impactful niche. And that's where sometimes a person like you, me, and anybody comes up to you and says, I'm so and so person. I'm on this pedestal where there's A and B. And I had this kind of person even today morning. I have these two choices, A and B. And I can see that both of them are very flashy. They both are like diamonds in the sky. Should I pick this diamond or should I pick this diamond? And I had to call her and say, look, both these diamonds are only diamonds, but you are the gold. So focus on what do you really feel is a USP. It may not be A and B as well. It is a third C that you're not even looking at. And then she realized that she has a very strong strength in her. And why she did not see it? Because sometimes it doesn't require yourself to see it. It requires another eye to see it. And the person who's sitting out is something who will already know that they have consistently either watching you or they've been looking at your work and they know that you are good at it. So it's like I was not really knowing that I'm so good at it, but the people around me, the society, the mentors, the leaders, so forward friends were coming back to me and saying that, we feel that this is what you should be doing and you're doing really well. And that reiteration of you doing that time and again, getting that success tells you that you have meant to do this. So sometimes you may not know it in the first go, but keep working on it, keep practicing on it. And if you see that is success, success is nothing but constant reiteration on the same path where you find growth happening. Okay. And if you really feel that's your journey, you love doing it, you find passion in it, nothing more than it. You can't be doing something that you don't love. Okay. So you have to have love in it. If you don't have love in it, then it's not work. It's just monotonous, robotic thing that you call inside yourself. And 9 to 5 is not the kind of journey that people want pre or post pandemic. So I think success is a very intellectual word, and it's very pertinent to one. It's success for you will be different, success for me will be different. And again, it falls back on what kind of person you are. For somebody, growth can be very, very different.
Mhm.
And it's only monetary, or it's only spiritual, or it's only very physical. For somebody, it is more emotional, more in deep, more than the physical self. They also like getting to know people, spending a lot of time with them. Even if it requires a lot of bandwidth, they would go one step more to spend a lot of time and see that that person is helped for, like spending time with NGO, spending time counseling, spending time one-to-one coaching, and that could be paid, unpaid, and pro bono or anything. So, uh, yes, that's success. For me, success is nothing but moving that from 0 to 1. It doesn't even have to be from one.
Loved hearing everything, whatever you spoke, and especially, the spark which I have found. Because at times it happens that we are not aware of our hidden potentials. But yes, of course, when people around it come back to you and tell that you are really doing very well and you should go ahead with whatever you are doing. So that's something great we came to know about you. So my second question to you is actually, what are the issues and challenges of women empowerment?
The challenges of women and women empowerment.
Yes.
Um, Women have a lot of challenges. I don't know about empowered women. Yes, we can talk about empowered women as well. So, women as a whole find a lot of challenges in their, mostly in their finances, mostly in telling no, I can't do it, because they always have this smile and say, yes, I'll do it.
Because they
And
are
that
soft
can't be,
targets.
you cannot be successful with always telling yes, yes, yes. You have to say no. So,
Yes.
learning to say no is something that you have to do. Financial independence, a lot of them, they don't want to learn. A lot of them learn, but they're not able to implement. So you have to learn that. Again, to start anything new, you need to know the trade. So you need to know the knowledge. You need to get the skill. Again, for skill development, you need to invest on self. People want to learn everything. People want to be successful, but they don't want to spend on themselves for the investment. So
Exactly.
a lot of women who come to me, for example, I working into Prevention of Sexual Harassment Act and POCSO. The first myth that they have in their mind is, maybe I'm not sure, but I love it. I see your success and I want to do it. It's not about what I do and what you do. It's about whether you love to touch people's life in that area. It's about whether you really want to go and create the difference in that life. It's all about whether you will be ready to give that kind of time and dedication to do that kind of expenditure, not for others, but for yourself. Because you want to grow. It's not about other people, it's about you first. So you have to resonate with what you're doing, then learn the trade. To learn the trade, nothing comes easy. Today, even to get oxygen, I think we have seen that people are paying 70,000 rupees.
I know.
So wake up and grow up, ladies and gentlemen. You need to pay for every skill and knowledge that you learn. There is nothing free of cost, and do not bargain. Okay, when you go to buy something which is very quality driven, you don't bargain. You have to give it because that's going to ultimately change your life. And at the same time, it's also important to understand the nitty-gritties, that you may learn one thing from one person, but you could learn many other things from every soul that you come across. The third thing, you don't have to always grow with awards and accolades. Okay, I am putting this in very bold thing because that's become the trend of many of the people coming across, that if you have an award and accolade, you become popular. Not necessary. It's all about how do you want to grow. Okay, that is short growth. But if you're looking at a long-term growth, then spend some time to understand who are you, what is the kind of person that you want to become, and what is the legacy you leave behind for your family, for your children, and the whole world. Okay, so
Fantastic.
yes, focus on all those aspects. I think that would help, because genuinely I seek many women to grow. And we also are helping women to become entrepreneurs or to start their entrepreneurship journey. So there are various small programs that I am looking at helping. So if anybody who's a new person, not knowing how to start, where to start, please approach and you can be helped.
Even startups you're talking about?
Yes, yes,
Okay,
yes. Anybody who's looking to start up something new, because we do help in registration processes or setting up stuff, and where do we start, what could be my area, and a lot of clarity that
Okay.
can help you. Uh, and of course, then your journey is on the way. So if you really want any other support, you can reach out. But
Oh,
after knowledge and skills come rights and duties. We know about the act, duties, rules, regulations. They are all there. But we even fail to read them even though they are available free of cost for you. So it
very,
all
very.
boils down again that do you really want to learn? Do you really want to grow? If you want to, then you will not even need to come to any kind of coach, trainer, mentor. You will start doing it on your own.
But Raina ma'am, with this, I come to a very close question, that how do we move forward when everyone is telling us that our idea won't work?
Yeah. So how do we move on is again very different for different people.
Yes.
For example, if you're a very new person, you would not even know what is niche and what do I start, where do I start, how do I start. So you will have to do some, first of all, spend some me time for yourself.
Okay.
That me
That's
time
good.
means that I know I might sound very funny, but that me time
But
means
are you
shutting
talking about
away.
introspection?
Yeah,
Introspect
no, it
yourself.
means shutting away from social media,
Okay.
shutting away from Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn, and thinking what do you like doing.
Okay. Self-analysis.
Then, yes, and then understanding what is your strength,
Mm-hmm.
exploring, meeting a lot of people to understand whether you like this or you like that, you want to be with this person or that person, what is that resonates with you, and then learning a lot of knowledge.
Okay.
So again, that is very, if you're a doctor, you will want to skill yourself in that. If you're a lawyer, you want to skill in that. If you're somebody who's into training and development, into that. Somebody into NGO, into that. Somebody who's into stakeholders and pitching and a lot of finance related sector, then into that. Somebody into another quotient, into that. So it could be multiple things. It all depends what do you like and who can be your mentor in your journey way forward. If you don't know how and why, or you start writing down what you feel on a daily basis. So someday you'll get a revelation like that Albert Einstein having an apple on his head and he
Yeah,
tells
yeah.
that, I'm
Seriously.
made for the bulb. So you
Okay.
would also get a revelation that, this is my area expertise that I would like to work with, whether it's children, adults, adolescents, teens, or maybe working with institutions, companies, firms, MSMEs, governments, wherever.
Fantastic, ma'am. Fantastic. So, one question, which comes to my mind is how can we empower women globally?
Okay, so that's again I never thought that Priyanka Chopra thought that when she would empower people, she would be sitting only when she goes abroad can she empower them. Or I never thought that when Malala Yousafzai, somebody who's outside India, can only empower people in Pakistan. So it's the word globally is only in our mind. If I and you can simply sit here and still empower women all across the globe,
Yeah.
then global word has become very small. Okay, it's all about what do you want to give the world. Do you have it in you? If you don't, then skill that up and then give it out, because any knowledge that's kept within you is of no value. It will be born with you and it will die with you,
Yes.
and that's of no worth. So
So
might as well
sharing
give it out.
sharing nuggets of wisdom with each other,
Yes, and be
sharing
there
and
for
learning
each other. And
simultaneously.
this is the time for creating, co-collaborating, coming together, inspiring, empowering. These are the words that I could say, because networking, collaborating, co-creating is something that happens without even telling. And that's only when two minds sit across the table and understand that, what she says is something what I wanted to just say, but she's just pulled off my words.
Yeah, yeah.
And globally it's become a very, very small word, and we've come with pandemic. I think that one beautiful thing that has happened is we can reach out to any number of people
Yes.
anywhere in the world. So the world has become very
So that is blessing in
small.
disguise, I guess,
Yes,
that during
yes,
pandemic we even have got an opportunity to have that global reach.
yes. So you can get up in the morning and wake up somebody in Dubai or US and say, come on, let's do meditation together.
Yeah,
Or you can do Zumba together, or you can exercise together, or you can have sessions together, and you can have global empowerment setting in. You don't need to do much, but yes, you need to connect with people.
Okay. So with this, I come to my next question, that what is the impact of economic transformation for the development of status of women in India?
Okay, so economic transformation requires a lot of different skilled areas to be learned. If you want to be somebody known like a political leader, or somebody who's very fairly doing well in community driven groups, or somebody who's very, very well known in institutional groups, or a thought leader, or somebody who's very approachable, there are some of the traits need to be developed. Uh, Listening skills.
Okay.
Okay. Speak less, hear more, because I'm sure that if you hear more, then you know where and what can work. That's a very difficult skill, but we need to adapt. Secondly, we use the word resilience very common.
Yes.
But resilience and calm doesn't set in till you are very spiritually inclined. And let me tell you, more than 98% of people who talk about resilience don't have resilience themselves. 98% of counselors and psychologists don't have, they need counseling and psychology themselves. Okay. So it's not a very general statement, but it's an statement that has been observed, that you need to first start focusing on your change rather than changing the whole world. Just by sitting on some webinar or session, we don't expect change to happen. The only thing that happens is you're creating a lot of knowledge and awareness. And that knowledge and awareness is very important. But at the end of the day, it all points back a finger to yourself, that are you actually practicing what you preach? And if you're not doing that, then sooner or later the whole world knows that what you're talking is just another fizz, which will bubble out. Right? So economic development of a person, his company, his setup, his entire institution, or even an edu leader, edupreneur, or an organizational leader doesn't need to be spoken of. It can be seen in his actions. On his daily actions, you can see the person doing certain things that's making him successful. And that success itself will allow the economic empowerment of either a woman, or her empowerment, or her entire community. You can see that being driven. And it's okay sometimes not to do anything, and it's okay to say that I'm not okay. But you need to even go back to yourself and say, if I'm not okay, I need to get myself okay and jump up and do something. What can I do to get myself up there now?
Yes, that means bounce back from the adversity.
Yes. So a lot of pause and reflect, a lot of acceptance and awareness that I could have been wrong with somebody, but now I wish to change. And there are people who will not want to accept you. Okay, I have seen people, you go back and tell them, I'm sorry, you know, maybe I did something wrong. And a lot of friends, a lot of relatives, a lot of co-workers, a lot of interns, a lot of friends of the fraternity that you call. Okay, they might like your post, they might love your post, but they are really two foes, or they're allies. Okay, they don't even get along sometimes, but they have fake faces. Okay, but when you come, they sometimes come and they confide that, you know, I try to bridge myself, but the other person is not accepting. Now, there could be two edges to it. One, the level at where you are with your spiritual self, the other person is not at that level. So you need to probably give them time and space, because you might be highly empowered, but the other person is not at all empowered. Second, don't try to empower them with your empowerment. It doesn't work. They don't like you at all. So leave them and let them be. If it ever has to come back, they will have a time when they feel that, you know, I should have given her the space to come out and be friends with me, or to collaborate with me, or to co-create with me, because everybody is not the same always. They change with time. We say we have changed with time. Pandemic has changed us, work has changed, workplaces have changed, culture has changed, organizations have changed. Then why do you be so stubborn with people? People can
Yes.
change as well. Why do you say people never change, or habits never change, or responsibilities never change? They do change. But do you
Then we
allow
have
them to
adjusted
change?
ourselves to the new normal. Then
Yes,
why
but
can't people change?
exactly. You have to allow them or give them a chance to change. And don't again be stringent here. Once she has not changed, second time she's not changed, she's not going to change. Who has said that? I don't really know from where we get that. But there are people who have changed, and there are people who have accepted, and they've had beautiful relationships ever then. And there are difficult people. And if you really feel that you can't accept them or they can't accept you, then just let them go. Because I think not everybody is supposed to be in your journey on your success when you are on the top. There are only few limited people who will be the very special, unique people who will be with you when you are on the top. So find those
Fantastic.
unique people and be with those like-minded tribe, because you will feel so much fun and you will really feel blessed.
Okay. So with this, I come to the last question of our program, that if you were in charge, what would you do to make women's empowerment a better place to work?
If I was in charge, so it's
Yeah.
like asking me if I was a PM for one day.
Yeah, maybe
अगर आप
possible.
एक दिन के प्रधानमंत्री बने या आप एक दिन के लीडर बने तो आप क्या करोगे?
Very
Okay.
close to this question is like, I'm looking forward for the key insights which you want to give to the audience, whoever is listening to you.
Yeah. So interesting advice is that I don't give any advice.
Okay. Good one.
When we are giving advice, we are expecting people to do something that they may or may not resonate. Okay. So I will not give you any advice. All I will say is start spending time with yourself.
Okay. Quality
Be
time, me time.
yourself.
Yes.
Be yourself. Just be yourself, because everybody is very unique, very beautiful. And no matter when you want to start your journey, start. Because it's never too late to make the first step. Sooner or later, you will be on the top. It's just a matter of time. Maybe one person is faster, the other one is slower. But even the tortoise reached faster than the rabbit. We
True,
know the
true.
hare and the tortoise.
Yes,
And
yes,
finally,
yes.
the slowest person also reaches fastest
Obviously, slow
sometimes.
and steady wins the race, no doubt.
Yes, but give yourself the love, care, affection, nurturing, because at this moment, I don't know whether we are in pandemic or not, because I've actually forgotten how many waves have come and gone.
Yeah.
And I've forgotten that corona is actually a disease, because it's not a disease, it's just something that is a part of life.
Yes. And we
So
have to
let's
deal with it.
accept that, and just understand that if we get it, it's like another fever and then it goes away. All we need is again a lot of care for ourselves. That is supposed to be done even now. So take care of your mental health, your physical health, take care of all the loved ones around you, and keep doing something different every day that moves you one step towards your goal. That's good enough.
Wonderful. This was actually the pearls of wisdom which came out from your mouth. You talked about positivity, optimism, and especially the me time, pampering yourself, which I think we don't even care, because we don't give importance. We keep ourselves on the last priority because we are overburdened with so many things to take care of. So I think that is the best advice which you have given to our audience. And I think our audience are dying to see the glimpses of our amazing guest over here. So I request the technical team to kindly play the video where we could have the glimpses of our distinguished guest speaker over here. that was wonderful, incredible. And I think if I am loving it, I'm sure my audience also will be loving it. So thank you so much, Dr. Raina, for giving us your precious time. And more than that, the beautiful insights which you shared with us. So we value your time, we value your insights. And I believe, whatever the audience might have grabbed from you, if they try to implement it, then I think we can work towards this women empowerment, which I spoke in the beginning also is the need of the hour. So before we wind up the session, I'll just love to speak two lines on this, that when we say we want gender equity, we mean we want the same opportunities to grow and thrive, work hard and succeed as men have. After all, we are 50-50. But within that 50% womanhood, there are many variations that get misunderstood. We all have identities on top of our gender, and some of those get supported better. So I think this is an empowering session by our distinguished guest speaker, and I believe we will be able to overcome this. So with this, we come to an end of this show. So thank you once again, Dr. Raina. It was a wonderful meeting with you, and we hope to keep on meeting again on this platform. So good luck, stay blessed. Good evening. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Shelly ma'am. Thank you, Ina ji. Thank you, Kwab Zindagi Ke. Stay safe and stay blessed. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.